Hello everybody! Welcome to CNC machining tutorial. I'm still on vacation in Patagonia right now, but I have enough material to make a new video for you, so check it out. Hello everybody, welcome at CNC machining tutorial. My name is Peter and in today's video I will show you something a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna show you how to load C-channel or L-shaped material on the TruLaser cutting machine. So let's get started. Okay guys, if you want to cut C-channel or L-shaped material, you have to set up your machine accordingly. So I'm gonna set up this machine for C-channel and L-shape, and I will do it step by step in order to don't miss anything. Okay, so first of all I have to set up my pipe support. I have a few different shapes and sizes of top plastic part of pipe support. So the C-channel is gonna have this dimension, so according the size I'm gonna choose the top plastic part which is most suitable, so it's gonna be this one. And the other, the L shape, I'll see where it's gonna fit. This is still too small, so this is the most suitable top plastic part for pipe support for this L shape and also for this C-channel. Okay, so how to set up your pipe support? So I go setup, manual function, in the drop down menu I choose this, the machine pipe support, and now I go setup, and in this pop-up window, in this drop down menu I pick that I want to use the U-shell. And the U-shell, the diameter has whatever is written on the pipe support. So as you can see here is 172 millimeters. So I go 172, go enter. Even if your machine is here in inches, this pop-up window always pop up with the raw where is millimeters. Okay, so you don't have to convert the 172 millimeters to inches. Okay, just enter it whatever millimeters it is. So enter it and go to setup position. So all pipe supports came up, so now just go there and change the pipe support plastic piece. Okay, so there is a lock, so just pull it and remove the old plastic part and insert the new one what you want to use. Just insert and press down, make sure the lock locks. And even if you want to load just shorter channel, get used to for that and always change all the pipe supports. And never left anything on the body of the machine. Okay, always make sure that you didn't leave anything on the body of the machine. Okay, once you change all the pipe support plastic insert piece, just get back to your operation panel, release the light barrier and go next. And there's just a verification pop-up window. So the diameter is 172, so I'm okay with that. And then just hit resume. All the pipe supports went down and the pipe supports are ready to go. This option, the setup, that's a kind of new, because before if we didn't have the update software at this machine, this option wasn't there. So we just basically set up whatever pipe supports we want, and we didn't have to enter any diameter, any type of the pipe support. So, but I would say that it's better if it's there, because then the machine can calculate the diameter of the tube you want to run and the diameter of the pipe support plastic insert piece. Okay, so if you don't have this option, no worry, just pop up all your pipe supports, change the piece, and that's it. Okay guys, if you want to cut L-shaped material, as first you have to figure out what kind of jobs to use at feed station and also at the TruChuck station as well. So for that you need to know the size of your material. So this size has 3 inches, and the other size has also 3 inches. So it's 3 by 3, so it is quite simple. 3 inches is slightly over 75. So I redraw a chart from the operating manual just for the better representation, and you can see that the chart is divided into 4 sections. Each section means different setting of the jobs at both stations. Okay, you have to change the jobs always at both stations, at the feed station and also at the TruChuck station. This is the short side and long side. So because the material is 3 by 3, so they are gonna be same. It's 75 on both sides. So if you do the lines horizontal and vertical, so the point is in the field number 1. And the field number 1, this is also written in your operating manual book, or you can find it out in your machine help. Okay, so it is field 1, and it means that on the level number 1 there is the jobs for small diameter, and on the level 2 there are also jobs for small diameter. Okay, so how to change your jobs in feed station and feed TruChuck station as well. So go to setup, manual function, in the drop down menu choose the machine collect chuck and hit the setup clamping jobs. The pop-up window will come up, and here is written what jobs are at level 1 and at level 2 at feed station, and also the level 1 and level 2 at feed TruChuck station. So right now in the machine there are standard clamping jobs at both levels, and because I'm going to cut the L-shaped material 3 by 3, I have to set up the special clamping jobs. Okay, at feed station, if you want to change the jobs, get used to for using this safety feature. In this position it's open, so just lock it, and it means that if you would keep your fingers here, the jaws won't close and wouldn't hurt you, okay? The same safety feature is at the feed TruChuck station as well. Okay, so I have changed the jaws at the feed station. I put out the jaws which are suitable for L-shaped material 3 by 3. I found it in the operating manual. I mean, if they're supposed to be the jaws for large or small diameter. Now I want to tighten the screws. So by hand, just like that, if I don't have enough power to tie them properly, I can use kind of extension, and now I have bigger power, so I can tie it up. So once I finish my job with the changing jaws at feed station, I just release the lock and make sure I didn't leave anything on the body of the machine in order to avoid any possible collision, okay? Setup, manual function. In the drop-down menu, I select the collect chuck and go to set up clamping jobs. At the feed station, I change both levels to special clamping jobs. So in the drop down menu I choose the special clamping jaws at both levels, and the feed through chuck station I leave as is, because I didn't change anything, right? So just hit next. Release your light barrier. This is just the verification screen, so it means that I changed from standard to special at level 1 and at level 2, and the feed through chuck station, it's from standard to standard. I didn't change anything here, okay? So hit next. What happened now? At feed station the jobs closed, and just the machine wants you to verify that it reached tighten empty. I came to my feed station and I see that the jobs at both levels, they are closed. So this gap, no worry about that, because just the jaws is touching the body of this jaw, so this is perfectly fine. Okay, so as we saw, the jobs, they were tightened empty reached. Okay, so I hit OK, and that's it. The machine is set up for the L-shaped material. This is the main screen of the program what I want to cut. It's the L-shaped material L3x3. So I'm gonna have a quick look at the technology correction tables. So I go technology correction, tube technology, next. I see that for the characteristic calf recording there is 0 degree, 0 point offset A-axis, 0 degree. Okay, and this box I wanna make it tick, because I mean active, because before loading it's gonna move the through chuck all the way on the side, so then I can see that the L-shaped material or whatever material you are working on, so it goes nicely between the jaws and there isn't any collision. So it's just basically just for the better visibility. And next page, so here's the manual loading, insertion angle 0. Okay, so I leave it like that for now and see how it is gonna be. In this case, because it's 3x3, both sides has the same size, so you don't really have to be worried about this, because neither this nor this, because both sides has the same size. Okay, I will talk a little bit more about this if I will show you how to load C-channel 4x1.5. You will see later in this video. Okay, so I just loaded the L-shaped material into the machine. So now you can see that the material nicely fits into the jobs. And I am loading this material, the L-shape, in the L, like a L letter. Okay, so I don't do that neither like this nor like that. Just how the letter L looks like, I am loading the material into the chuck in the same direction. Okay. Okay, so now let's clamp the jaws, and let's go there to have a look how it is clamping. Okay, so the jaws, they are closed, and I can see that each jaws is in the contact with the material, so I'm pretty sure that this material has been clamped correctly. After clamping, the machine wants you to acknowledge the loading, so acknowledge with the start key. So just hit the start key. If you are loading any kind of material like L-shaped C-channel, just go slowly and make sure that there isn't any collision with the material and the jobs. Okay, So the feed station is gonna move back on the previous position where it was before and clamp the material. Okay. So after loading, the machine wants to do the control line, I mean the calibration of the laser cutting head. So let's have a look how it is gonna be. Okay, see, this is really bad. As you saw, the calibration of the laser cutting head, the control line, it was in the inside of the L shape, and it's not gonna work like this. The calibration of the laser cutting head has to be done at the outside of the L shape material. So I need to change my technology correction somehow. This is the program what I want to cut, so I go technology correction, tube technology, next, and here I am going to change it. I need the L-shape material to be turned before the characteristic curve recording, I mean the control line. We can try 90, 180 plus or minus and see how it is gonna be. So now let's have a look how it's gonna be the control line. Perfect. Before the control line was done, the machine turns the L shape in the 90-degree correction. But then the machine wants to start to cut the material, and as you see, this is also wrong, so I have to correct this now. You see that? I cannot cut. I can start the cut with this position, so I have to correct it. Okay, so as you saw, after the control line, the machine wants to start to cut the material, and it wasn't good because the laser cutting head was pointing the wall of the material. So I go technology correction, tube technology. I'm going to change this this value, so that's the 0 point offset A-axis, and I'm going to change it for 180 degree. Okay, it really doesn't matter if you go plus or minus because it's gonna be exactly the same, but just once you have the plus, the material is gonna turn opposite way, the clockwise. If you have the minus, it's gonna be according to clockwise. Because the control line has been already done, the machine is not gonna do the control line again, okay? So once I hit the start button, the machine is gonna turn the L shape in the plus 100 and 180 degree and start to cut. So now let's have a look. You see that? Now the machine can safely cut the L shape. Yeah, beautiful. If you want to load a C-channel material, for example this one, it has 1.5 by 4. So 1.5, it's 38 millimeters, and 4 inches is 101.6 millimeters. So it's literally slightly over 100. So you're gonna have a look at your chart, and you see that this, the short leg, which is this, the short size, so it has 35, so 1.5, so it's somewhere here. And 4 inches is really slightly over 100, so it's gonna be somewhere here. So if you do the lines vertically and horizontally, so the point where they meet, it's at field number 4. So you have to set up your jobs according to field number 4. So, and the field number 4 says that at level 1, they're supposed to be just for large diameter, and at level 2 there are supposed to be jaws for small diameter. So this can be a little bit confusing, but no worry, just go according the book and set up your jaws at your machine accordingly. You always have to keep both station, feed station and through chuck station as well at the same setup, okay? Okay, so I already set up the machine. I changed the plastic insert of the pipe support. This one is really suitable for that. So change the pipe support. Okay, and I already changed the jaws in the feed station and also in the through chuck station. So according to the chart, as you saw, so at level 1 there was the jaws for large diameter, and at level 2 there were jaws for small diameter. Okay, keep in mind the level 1 always has to have the same jaws, and this apply for the level 2 as well. Okay, if here is the jaws for small diameter, here has to be also the jaws for small diameter. You cannot mix it. Okay, but yeah, each level can have different jaws setting. I mean, right, whatever we have now. So at level 1 we have large diameter, and at level 2 we have small diameter. This is perfectly okay. Okay, so the setting of the jaws at through chuck station is exactly the same as I have on my feed station. So it means that at level 1 there are jaws for large diameter, and at level 2 there are jaws for small diameter. Okay, now let's have a look at the technology correction. So I go production, this is the program what I want to cut, so I go technology correction, tube technology, go next. At the first page of the tube technology corrections, I can see that the A position characteristic curve recording is 0 degree, and the 0 position offset A axis is also 0 degree. So the next page, what I want to have a look at is this one. That's the load tube. So the automatic loading insertion angle is 0 degree, manual loading insertion angle is 0 degree, and here the clamping method angle is also 0 degree. So let's start the program and let's have a look how the machine is gonna approach the material. Okay, so I just started the program and the feed station came in this position. So as you remember, we set up the feed station, the jobs, according to the book, which says the level 1 is the large diameter and level 2 is small diameter. So this is the channel what I want to cut. The small piece is just for representation. And as you can see, if I would clamp it like this, I have no chance to put the C-channel inside. Yeah, and even it doesn't make sense that for at level 2 the jaws for small diameter they are at the big side, and the jaws for the large diameter they are at this side. So probably there is something wrong, so we have to set up the technology correction. Okay, you cannot load the C-channel like that, because once you would put the C-channel at the pipe support, probably it wouldn't stand up. Yeah, the C-channel is supposed to be loaded like this. Okay, the long clag at the bottom. Okay, just remember this rule: long clag at the bottom. And here, don't even think about to change the jobs. Okay, I mean from the level 1 to level 2 and from level 2 to level 1. Don't do that. This is not the correct way how it is, how it should be. Okay, the way how I am going to do that is I am going to change my technology corrections table. Okay, so back to technology corrections table. So the tube technology, I want to change the loading. Okay, so I go to page number 4, load tube 2, and here I am loading the material manually, so I'm gonna change this row, and I I want the feed station to turn 90 degree, okay, plus or minus. And next settings we are gonna set it up later. I mean the setting for the start of the cut and the settings for the control line. Okay, so now hit 90 degree, go save and close. Okay, I would like to mention there's one more thing. What I like to do is in the tube technology, I go to the page for loading, here, the page number 3, load tube, and here I tick this option, which is the feed through chuck moves to the tube front end. So after I set up the technology corrections, then I enter it that I want the feed station to turn a 90 degree in the plus direction before loading. Okay, so I just started the production plan. So see what's gonna happen. As you saw, the feed station turns 90 degree into the plus direction. So guys, as you can see, after I changed the technology corrections, where I entered that I want the feed station to turn 90 degree into plus direction. So before loading, the feed station just turned 90 degree plus direction, and now I can really nicely clamp the material. You can see it fits in there, so this is the setting what I want to have. Okay, so I just loaded the C-channel manually with forklift. I put it on the pipe support, which are perfectly set up with the plastic piece. You can see that the C-channel nicely fit in there. And here the C-channel is in the feed station, and the jaws, they are ready to clamp the material and cut. I want to mention just one more time, keep the long leg at the bottom and the short leg it's in the vertical position, okay? So now let's clamp the material. Okay, so as you can see, all the jaws at all levels is nicely clamping the C-channel. Okay, if you are loading the C-channel, always go slowly, okay? And make sure that the C-channel doesn't hit any jaws. Okay, now the through chuck is going to on the back position where it was before and clamp the C-channel and turns. Okay, now the machine is gonna cut, but I can see, I turn off the laser, okay, because I can see that there is something wrong. Yeah, see? So what I want to do now is set up the start of the cut position. Okay, so as you saw, the cut wasn't good. I mean the start position of the cut, so I have to change the tube technology. So I go tube technology, next. This is for the control line, so it was okay. So I'm not gonna change this parameter because the laser cutting head was reading the characteristic on the outside of the C-channel. Okay, so I leave it like this, but what I have to change is this, the 0-point offset A-axis. So I'm gonna change it for the 180 degree. What does it mean? It means that before cut, the machine turns the C-channel in 180 degree. So save and close. Okay, and now we can continue to process this part. Okay, so as we change the parameters, now once I start the program, the C-channel is gonna turn 180 degree. Okay, so look what's gonna happen. You saw that? So, and now the machine is perfectly ready to cut the C-channel. So let's have a look. See? Nice. So I'm really happy with this setting.